Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Akila and today I will bring you a new tutorial and we're gonna take a look at how to make percussions and drums stand out in your mix even more. If you are producing like dance music or electronic dance music, this technique will help you to improve your songs by a lot with just one simple technique. And we're gonna take a look at this right now. Stay tuned. The one trick I'm actually talking about is called parallel compression, and we're gonna apply that to our drums to make it sound even fatter, to get better sounding transients and to add more punch to your drums in your final mix. First of all, let me play you a song without parallel compression on the drums applied, and then after that we're gonna apply it towards our drum bass. We're gonna take a look at the final results first. Alright, so we are inside Ableton now and we can see this is a pretty huge project. We have 70 tracks going on and in yellow you can see my drum channel. Let me solo that really quick. Pretty basic drums, right? So the final mix without the parallel compression on the channel sounds like this. Sounds alright, I would say, but after all, it's still missing that kind of little extra energy in the drum section. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna apply my parallel compression towards the drums, which I already did before, but just to show you how it will sound in the end after we have done our little secret sauce trick. Okay, let's go with the parallel compression on. Let me turn it off again. And on again. And there you see the results. Amazing results. Your drums, after applying this trick, your drums will punch through the mix, cut through the mix. You probably want to decrease the volume a little bit just to match the levels. But in this case, I mean, I wanted a punchy kind of percussion line and drums, so this is going pretty well. Now we're gonna take a look at what we did and how you can achieve this for your mix. So we're first gonna start with opening my drum section here. You see a bunch of samples. It's mostly from Ultrasonic or like Merck and Cremon samples here. I just used only samples over there actually, but it's fine as long as the mix sounds good. Why not just use them as you go? And the drum bus is empty. I have a disabled drum bus over there because I was trying something out. So the core thing over here is that we have our parallel drums bus beyond the drums here, and we have a CLA 76 on it, and this one's where the magic happens. And let's take a look at the settings real quick. And yeah, actually that's the whole trick. But it's a little tricky to set it up, so let me show that as well. And I'm gonna repeat and reprocess the whole thing as we go. So let me just disable this drums parallel bus over here, disable the compressor, and we're gonna make a new track. It's a new audio track and we're gonna call this one drums parallel or something like that, as you wanna go. And we're gonna dial in the volume to 0 And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the drum bus where we have our drums and set the output or the send to send only. So we can't hear the drums in the mix right now. They're just sending but not playing into the master. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna grab the drums parallel, the new one which we did. Gonna color that really quick, let's say orange. And what we wanna do is we're gonna go to the input of the channel. We're gonna select drums over here. So, where is it? Can't find my drum. Here is my drums bus. And then you're gonna set the monitor to in so you can hear what's happening. And this is only the drums parallel now. Keep in mind that you have to solo both the drums and the drums parallel channel because the drums, they need to send the signal to another source. And this one's going to be the parallel chain. So right now we're just hearing the drums parallel channel, the bus, and now we are gonna apply our CLA compressor over here. It's the init presets you're gonna get when you load it. You can just dial back on your output and your input levels to match the volumes. And here we go. You can already hear it's adding a little bit of sparkling over there, but since this is going to be a bus, a parallel bus, we can dial in really harsh settings for that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go with the tech all the way to the right hand side, also with the release, and we're gonna set the ratio to all. And now we're gonna get a very fat compression over here. Let's take a listen. Sounds almost unnatural. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna dial back the attack knob until we hit the transient of the kick, where the transient starts to like pop and clip a little bit. And then we're gonna do the same with the release until we have our parallel compression set up properly. Most of the times it also depends on what tempo your track is at. Mine is at 126. And yeah, the CLA 76 is doing quite a good job here with parallel compressing those drums. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add this drum bus towards our main drum channel in parallel. Means we're gonna send the one drums again to the master. And then we're gonna dial in the drums parallel channel as we go. Best on the whole mix together, because then you can really hear what kind of improvement the parallel channel will give to your whole track in total. So let's take a listen now, and we're gonna dial in the parallel drums channel here. And as you can see, I'm setting the volume to -16 dB. I did this one on the other channel as well, but I tend to overdo it in volume a little bit, so I always dial back 1 or 2 decibels to make it more balanced in the mix. And that's it. That's the whole trick. That's the whole thing of the story. That's how you can make your drums more outstanding in a mix. By all means, I don't know if this is kind of botched, but I learned this a few years ago from a friend of mine, and I was using this ever since, and it worked out perfectly. Probably sound engineers would say don't do that in that specific way, but I think it's alright. I mean, in the end, nobody really cares on how you did it. It just depends on how good your mix is. And this will help to improve your mix and improve your drums. One more thing to add, you can also do that in another way if you, well, not entirely in another way, but you can set one more audio track up here, and we're gonna name this one Master Drums. And now we're gonna send the parallel drums not into the master, but into the master drums. And we're gonna send the drums into the master drums as well. So we're gonna have one fader for both parallel and drums mixed together already properly. Let's take a listen. That's especially useful when you just want to dial back your whole drum section a little bit in the mix when doing a master or something else. It's always good to have it on one fader instead of switching up two separate faders, and then probably you can't remember what your volume was at, and yeah. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this was useful for you. And hopefully you can learn something from this technique, and probably you want to try it out in your next mix as well. And let's see how your mix can improve by just doing this one simple trick over there. Don't be disappointed if you don't have the CLA compressor, or if you haven't bought it yet. You can use Ableton Glue Compressor, Stock Compressor, or any other glue compressor to achieve this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Enjoy your time off. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please, I would be amused by that. And I will be putting out some more tutorials, sound production stuff in the future, so stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.